Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're tackling a topic that's super important for, well, everyone really, but especially those of you just starting out on your financial journeys.
Yeah, that's right.
We're talking RRSPs.
RRSPs, the three letters everyone needs to know.
Exactly. Now, I know retirement planning might sound a bit, well, distant when you're just starting your career.
Especially when you're just excited about your first paychecks, right?
Exactly. But trust me on this. Getting a handle on RRSPs early can make a huge difference down the road.
It's like a secret weapon for your savings. Or maybe not so secret, but definitely powerful.
Yeah. So for anyone who's like, RRSP, what's that?
Hmm.
How would you define it quickly?
Okay, in a nutshell, an RRSP, which stands for Registered Retirement Savings Plan, is basically an account designed to help you save for retirement.
Okay.
But, and this is the big but, it comes with some pretty awesome tax advantages.
Oh, yeah, the tax part. I know taxes can be a headache for a lot of people,
Right.
so break it down for us.
All right, so RRSPs have this double whammy of tax benefits.
Okay, a double whammy.
First off, any money you put into your RRSP, you can actually deduct that from your income when you're doing your taxes.
So you lower your taxable income, which means
You pay less tax. It's like a little reward for being responsible and planning for the future.
I like that. Instant gratification for planning ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the second tax advantage is all about how the money in your RRSP grows.
So how does it grow differently?
Any growth within your RRSP, whether it's interest, dividends, capital gains, all of that, it's all tax sheltered.
Tax sheltered meaning.
You don't pay any taxes on those earnings until you actually withdraw the money in retirement.
Oh, I see. So it's like it gets a free pass from the tax man while it's growing?
Pretty much.
Okay, so I put money in, potentially pay less tax now, and then it grows tax-free until I need it way down the line.
You got it. And that tax-free growth is where the real magic happens. We're talking about the power of compounding.
Oh yeah, compounding. That's like the eighth wonder of the world, right?
Something like that, for sure. So basically, with compounding, your earnings are reinvested, and then they start earning their own earnings.
It's like a snowball effect, right? Just getting bigger and bigger.
Exactly. And because you're not chipping away at those earnings with taxes every year, the growth can be way more significant over the long term.
Makes sense. So for someone who's maybe, I don't know, in their 20s, just starting out,
Early in their career, yep.
what are some things they should know about maximizing their RRSP?
Well, the first thing to understand is this idea of contribution room.
Contribution room sounds a bit technical.
It might sound that way, but it's really not that complicated. Basically, each year, the government tells you how much money you're allowed to contribute to your RRSP.
Like a limit.
Yeah, exactly. And that limit, your contribution room, is based on 18% of your earned income from the previous year.
Okay, so it goes up as you earn more.
Exactly. And you can find all the details about your specific contribution room on your notice of assessment, that thing you get from the tax folks after you file your taxes.
Makes sense.
And here's another cool thing. If you don't use up all of your contribution room in 1 year, you can actually carry it forward.
Oh, really? That's handy.
So if you're just starting out, maybe you can only afford to contribute a small amount. That's okay. You can always catch up later as your income increases.
Got it. So starting small is better than not starting at all, right?
Absolutely. Even small, regular contributions can really add up over time, thanks to that compounding we were talking about.
Okay, so RRSPs, they're great for retirement, but is that all they're good for?
Well, actually, there's more to RRSPs than just retirement. There are a couple of other programs that let you use your RRSP funds for other major life goals.
Like what?
One of the big ones is the Homebuyers Plan. This program lets first-time homebuyers withdraw up to $35,000 from their RRSP to use towards a down payment on a house.
Wait, so you can actually use your retirement savings to buy a house?
Yep. And the best part is, you don't have to pay tax on the money you withdraw for this.
Wow, that could be a game changer for a lot of people.
For sure, especially these days, with housing affordability being such a challenge. Then there's also the Lifelong Learning Plan.
Oh, tell me about that one.
So if you're thinking about going back to school, or maybe your spouse wants to, the Lifelong Learning Plan lets you withdraw up to $10,000 per year from your RRSP to help cover education expenses.
And that's tax-free too.
You got it. You can use the money for tuition, books, all those kinds of things. And the repayment terms are pretty generous. You have up to 10 years to put the money back into your RRSP.
So even though RRSPs are for the long term, they can actually be helpful for some more immediate goals too, like buying a home or getting an education.
Absolutely.
This is great. I think a lot of people, especially younger folks, might assume that RRSPs are just this complicated, far-off thing.
Right, but the reality is they can be a really valuable tool at any stage of life.
Exactly.
The key is to just start early and be consistent. Even if you can only contribute a little bit, every little bit counts.
This has been super insightful. Thanks for breaking it all down.
My pleasure.
So for our listeners who want to learn more, dive deeper into their own RRSP situation, are there any resources you'd recommend?
Yeah, I always tell people that getting personalized advice is really important when it comes to financial planning.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd recommend checking out Milestones Financial Group. They've got a great team of advisors who can help you figure out a plan that works for you.